Hey, so Dan and Sean over at Bourbon Junkies are doing some pretty cool things. Out of the cool things that they're doing, we got 3 of them here, and we're gonna find out which we like best today on the Whiskey Tank. Thanks for stopping back over. I've got with me today 2 people that you might recognize from another video that we had, and if it looks like we're dressed the same as in that video, it's because we are. It's the same damn day, because we said, you know what, we're having so much fun, let's go ahead and shoot another video where we wanted to look at some of the Bourbon Junkie stuff here with the Exodus. And so again, today with me I have
Kevin
and Dave.
The bottles that we're looking at today is Spirit Walker Volume 5. This particular rye is finished in PX Sherry Cask, and from what I learned today from my buddy Dave, it's Pedro Jimenez or something like that, and it's kind of a big deal in the sherry world. This particular offering is 114 proof or 50% ABV.
I got here today the Exodus rye, or volume number 3. It's a 6 and 7 year Sagamore rye, and then a 7-year rye from MGP. So we'll see how this goes. It's the only one not finished today.
And the third bottle is another Spirit Walker. This one would be volume 2, and it is finished in a honey barrel, ex-bourbon barrels with an Amburana wood. Oh, Amburana. There we are.
Right up everybody's department.
Yeah.
So if you can't tell, we may or may not have some opinions about Amburana finished wood or finished whiskeys, and you may have some opinions too. So we're gonna see what all these things are, and kind of like just take a walk down this path today and see what we can figure out. We don't know what's in the glasses. You will, because I will put it up through the power of editing on the screen, so you know what we're drinking when we won't. These are all fresh cracks today. So Kevin brought over 2 of these bottles with him. Which ones you bring over, Kevin?
I brought over the Exodus rye and the Spirit Walker volume 5.
Yeah, and I got the Spirit Walker Volume 2, if I remember correctly, and that's the Bonfire blend, and Kevin's got brought over the Patreon Spirit blend. We don't know anything about these, and so I think that's the best way to do a blind. We had Billy, my lovely wife, come through and mix these all up. She put the results, as she has in the past with our other video we've done so far, so this will be our second blind that we're doing together as a crew, in this envelope. So you're gonna know what we're drinking by what's on the screen. We won't know, but we will know when we get done. All right, guys, you want to dig in? Which way do you want to go?
Let's start at 3 today.
All right, we're gonna start at 3.
We're gonna start at 3. Cheers. Let's see how this is on the nose. That's a pretty nose anyways.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking these are all ryes, right, today?
Yes.
I believe so. Yeah. You got a burr rye, straight rye, and another rye. So only one of them is a burr rye.
There is something funky at the end of the nose in this, and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is, but it's not anything I've smelled before in a whiskey, and it's just at the very end. It just kind of comes in, and this is where my wife's got a way better nose than I do, and so you guys want to see behind the camera for a little bit. A lot of times when I'm trying things, I will bring it over to my wife and say, I'm getting something in this, but I don't know what it is. But with these 2 educated noses, maybe we can pull it out. I'm not sure what's on the nose of that. There's something in there though. Are you guys getting anything distinct, or?
I'm trying to put it on if it's a fruit or not. That's really where it's sticking for me. Is it almost wants to smell like a fruit, but I haven't really, like you said, put my nose on what it might exactly be.
It is, but it's a fruit that's almost fermented. It's almost gotten a little bit funky is what I'm getting. And it's almost, it's you know what it reminds me of is maybe of a rum. So when you're getting kind of like that rum funk that you get at Jamaican rums, that fruit that's just gone, maybe just a little bit, maybe over, I'm getting kind of some of that. It almost stinks.
I was almost thinking like a plum. Like an overdone plum, because there is a little sweetness there, not much, but just a little.
It could be bordering on that. And I could see where you're getting that, some of that dark fruit, jammy type smell. And I say stink in the nicest way. I'm saying it's like, so in prisons, when somebody's making a homemade beverage of an alcoholic nature, they call it hooch. Or maybe somebody at home, and I'm almost getting a little hooch smell off from this. But it's in a good way.
And a little spice in that nose too, for sure. Mixed in with that. That's it. It's a little sharp on the nose.
It is.
Well, remember, we are sort of Sagamore fanboys, being that we're from Maryland. It's hard to not get used to that Sagamore smell out here.
Absolutely.
I think I got just about everything I'm gonna get off from this, and I don't know if I'm gonna. Maybe on the way back through, we'll pick something out, kind of like we've done before. But as a first smell, I'm just ready to get this on the palate, boys.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow.
Way different than the nose. That rye is very distinctive.
I get like raspberry.
I can see where you're getting that. Blackberry. Where you just started going to that blackberry, and that could have been that funky fruit on the end, that dark fruit kind of with that.
Where are you getting that on the palate, the back end of it?
To middle to back, yeah.
Middle to back.
Yeah, it's kind of, once you swallow it, and it's like, it jumps out a little bit.
The rye for me punches me immediately. So I get that rye spice on the tip of the tongue and through the middle of the tongue, and then it finishes with that deep, dark, fruity kind of note. And I kind of got a hunch about what I'm thinking this is without getting too far into it. But I do get that berry funk with it. That's good. I can't help myself. I got to go in for a second sip on this one already.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is a dark boy.
Yeah, that's really good. It's right up my alley. Yep.
Yeah.
It just salts the taste buds, doesn't it? I mean, it's just spice. I mean, it's spicy, dark fruit, and it's good.
Super enjoyable for me, you know, and of course we're going to kind of rate these and what we think, but these are all different kind of whiskeys, and it's not so much in where they place against each other. I think so far this whiskey right here is exceptional to me. I think that this is definitely a unique whiskey. I'm really enjoying it a lot so far, especially for the first sip. You know, for the first sip of this go through.
And I think it's blended very well. I don't think that you taste the notes of two different perspectives here. I don't taste anything. It tastes like they blended it very, very well. It's all blended together on that first glass.
Yeah, I see the same thing. This is not a hodgepodge of let's just throw this together in a bottle and try to push it out the door. When they did the blending with this, it feels like there was a lot of thought that went into it. I'm gonna go ahead and clean my palate here a little bit and try to move on to this next one.
It's a big whiskey, yeah.
Yeah. All right, boys, what do you say? Let's move on to glass, the center glass for us. Glass number 2 according to our markers. Ooh.
Ooh, way different nose. Way different nose.
I'm getting light fruit on this, big time.
I was too.
Okay.
I almost want to say like it almost hit like a grape note, maybe a pear note, but not as, I don't want to say it's more pear dominant, but definitely has that very light fruit. So
I'm going in that grape realm, but what I'm saying though is it's not like a heavy grape. It's not something that's real like a grape jelly. I'm more into that almost like white grape into like a grape juice type, and man, that's nice.
Definitely not as spicy on the nose as the last one.
No, a lot calmer.
Yeah, that last one was a rye bomb.
Yeah.
You know, to where you had all that nice spice come through, and not over spiced to where it's like unpleasant, but it was definitely, there was no doubt whatsoever you were in a rye with that.
Yep.
This is more fruity, whether it's a pear or like the lighter fruits like that, or bordering into that grapes. I'm definitely getting more. Yeah, I'm going in this.
Yeah.
Following you.
Cheers.
I love the viscosity of that's really good. Coats the tongue well.
Yeah. Almost want to say
I'm getting
like
some brown
I
sugars.
almost want to say like a greenish apple too. Not much, not that bitter taste, but just that sort of under profile of a green apple hidden in there.
I can see that with that. When I'm getting the first thing that hit me, and it came out as I exhaled on this big time, was fig.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, like a fig
Okay.
Newton. I got like a big time, like I don't know what the cookie is that goes around that fig Newton, but a little bit of that came to the party too. But for me, when I breathed out, it was fig jam there.
All right. Yeah, I
That
see
was pleasant.
Yeah.
But I can see the apple in there too, to where you get that little pop of juice, that like just like that kind of instant, like biting in a Granny Smith type apple, where you get that kind of like, hey, I'm here, because it kind of exploded in there a little bit. But then for me, it was like that fig just came right out as I exhaled, and then that followed through on the palate for me anyways. But I'm not sure where your guys are at.
Well, fig's always a harder one for me to taste. I haven't eaten many figs in my life, honestly, so.
I'm allergic to figs.
Oh, really?
Not allergic to fig like by eating it, but a fig tree, the sap.
Yeah.
So, weird story. I lived in Alabama, and so I'm from upstate New York. I lived in Alabama, and I had a fig tree on my property. So me being this hillbilly, the snowbilly, from upstate New York, going down to Alabama, which is the deepest south I had ever been at that time. And so I mow my property, and I mow around a fig tree. I'm like, I got a fig tree. I feel pretty cool. And so I pull my lawnmower around the fig tree, and I'm brushing up against the branches as I go through. Don't think anything of it. About maybe 3-4 hours later, I get these welts that all pop up on my leg. And it looks like I'm not allergic to poison ivy or poison oak, because my father was Mohawk, Native American. A lot of Native Americans aren't allergic to that type of stuff. So I got that from him, even though, the Irish is here from my mom. But so I picked that up. But my leg just had all these welts, and it went away maybe in 4 or 5 days. Well, then it happened again, maybe 2-3 weeks later, when I'm mowing my lawn out there, and I brushed up against a tree, and I'm like, what the heck is this? And so I had a doctor's appointment scheduled around the same time, so I had my doctor look at it. He's like, you're allergic to something. I'm thinking. The only thing that it was that freaking fig tree, and it was. I went back and tried it for a third time, and the welt showed up again. The sap of a fig tree. My dumb butt, for whatever reason in genetics, said you're going to be allergic to the sap of this tree. So now when I go to a doctor's office, I got to tell them, hey, you got any allergies? Yeah, fig trees, not the fig,
Not the figs.
but the tree. That damn Mediterranean plant just kicks my butt. Anyways, a completely unrelated to whiskey story. Sorry about that.
Right.
I really also like how soft it is when it touches your tongue. Sometimes whenever you drink something that's blended, they have very, very sort of punch when it touches your tongue. This one doesn't have that punch. This one it comes in soft and then sort of grows.
I'm trying to be mature, Kevin. I really am trying to be mature. So we've shot a couple videos, and it's
This
Kevin.
one drinks more like a bourbon.
It does.
It does. It
There's
doesn't have
something
that,
about that.
Yeah.
And I definitely see what you're saying with that too, because it does not assault you. The second one for me has got that fig jamminess, got that life fruit, maybe a little punch of some of those juices and stuff in there, and it's definitely a very easy to sip on whiskey.
I did also notice as I got more towards that third and fourth sip, the rye spice does come out a little bit more in it. It's not anywhere near as pungent as Class 3, but definitely still started to come out definitely after that first 2 sips.
I liked it though. It's delicious.
I'm getting it on the finish as I swallow, and you start kind of get that rye tingle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm with you.
But it's there versus, at first when I first took a sip, I didn't taste that at all, really, because there was so much punch from the first glass that it took a couple sips till I finally established that rye in this.
If this is different than what I'm thinking in my head right now, what these things are, I'm going to be surprised. I'm going to be surprised with it. What do you say we get into that third or glass one, but the third one for us today? Ooh. Oh wow!
I know what that
How
is.
different is that?
I wonder why.
Yeah. Seems like everybody picked up on the same note.
No kidding, right?
Christmas just show up on our doorstep.
I got thoughts of gingerbread rushing through my head. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
wow. What the hell?
Yeah.
Listen, Dan and Sean. Listen, I know we're at different levels in our YouTube journey, but I'm telling you right now, this isn't for anything that I think that you're going to put out. Hey, go check those guys out in the whiskey tank. I am completely kissing your ass with these right now because these, I haven't even tried sipping the third one. I don't know which one it is, but the third one, the today, the nose on it has me excited. It's taking me to a happy place, just the nose on this freaking glass.
I'm ready for a fireplace and a Christmas tree and sitting down watching movies with the kids.
Yep,
I mean, it doesn't get better than this sometimes.
that nose is just taking me on that trip, man. I'm going to put a Harry Potter movie on because that's what you watch at Christmas, that Die Hard, of course. And I'm there, but there's also a little funk in there too, like developing on that. The end, there's a little something, there's a little junk in the trunk with this thing that's bringing that funk with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm diving in.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm making sweet love to this nose.
I think it's solid. I mean, for what I think it is, it's a great bottle.
Okay. I know what this, if I'm wrong in this,
Yeah.
We gotta get a different job.
Yeah.
yeah, this is very distinct. Amburana. Yeah, it's there. I mean, right? Seriously?
It's there.
Cinnamon on the nose, cinnamon on the palate.
Holy shit. Excuse me for my cussing. I may or may not edit that out. We'll see what the YouTube algorithm likes. But genuinely, this is good. I've had some Amburana finishes before that I really didn't like. That were just like,
Oh, absolutely.
come on, man, you're trying too hard. It's like, do less, say less. This says the right amount that is enjoyable to me. Yeah, that's
And I think a big
all day
thing
long.
with it, I think a big thing with it too is because I bring in a couple Amburanas and I have my hits and misses too.
okay.
I think a big thing with it is that they're blending it, you know, it's part rye, and I think that rye spice helps cut down a lot of what a lot of people don't like in that cinnamon toast crunch, that cinnamony, overpowering, overbearing bottles that we tend to not get or stay away from. This doesn't have that. This is not overbearing by any means. It's got that perfect balance of sort of cinnamon to sweet taste, but then has that rye spice that makes your mind it's in that rye and bourbon category. It's in that right category for you, depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of that Rio. I don't know what batch it was, but
Batch
very
one
strong,
with that. Yeah, the batch one.
cinnamon toast crunch. But and they use honey obviously, and this may be honey too. Is it,
Which bottle are we thinking? Which one's the Amburana? Because that's what that is. It would be, I think, the one in your hand.
Finished
Fireplace.
in a honey barrel, ex-bourbon barrels, and Amburana. So I mean, that's dead on with the
Thank
Rio.
good- Which
Yeah.
is this
But
two?
this happens to be it.
Is this two? Tell me that's my
No,
bottle.
that's my
That's two.
bottle.
Oh, you son of a yes!
Oh, I
But yeah,
lucked out.
that's very reminiscent of.
No, two's
Rio.
mine.
Yeah, two's yours. I said I got the unlucky bottle.
Oh, I was about to
Trade
say,
you, which one's which?
yeah. Now let's roll back that beautiful bean footage. Two's mine, whichever one two is.
You possibly could have got the nice funky Blackberry one. So that's.
Oh, come on, yeah. No, by all
no
means.
These are
So
great
what I'm saying, I lucked out with the Amburana finish, and then we don't even know if this is that bottle, but I have batch 2 of the, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab this bottle here real quick. the magic of editing is going to erase my movement. And just like that, poof, I'm back. So this is the Rio bottle, and I was so disappointed. Because, Dave, I think you have the other one that it would have been, I have 25901 for the Rio batch, and that's the one that's not as good. And you tried this after when you came over one time. We tried to pour this because you enjoyed the Rio, I think, from the first batch. This is the second batch, and I was so let down because I don't have one of the other ones, one of the really good batches of Rio, and that's why I say I'm really excited if that Spirit Walker happens to be my bottle, which is tasting like this, because this is what I expected. When I got this bottle, I was expecting these flavors in this glass right here, and I didn't get it. I was left wanting. So whatever they did should have been add that rye. Add that rye, boys. Rio, pay attention to what's going on over in Bourbon Junkies and Exodus, because they got it right, because that's what that should have tasted like.
Yes.
And is that what you find with the other batch?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Come on, man.
This may even be a little better. I think it's a little darker.
Really?
It's got those same flavors, but I think a little richer than what the Rio is. Yeah, but it's that honey and Amburana, what it should taste like. Yeah.
All I can say, whatever they're doing, their blends, they're doing it right.
Because there hasn't been a miss with these, and this is the to me, this is a Sophie's Choice moment. And I'm showing my age by throwing that quote out there. Dave chuckles, he knows. But this is kind of like that. There's no lose with this. But hey, we promised a certain thing, so we're going to go ahead and have to deliberate. Now, what we like to do when we're doing our blinds is to work our way backwards, because that first glass maybe didn't get the attention or the same palate adjustment as what the last glass did. So now what we're going to do, and I'll fast forward through the footage so you don't have to sit here and listen to us drone on forever, but we're going to go ahead and re-sip these glasses, and we're going to apply a score to them. What we're going to say is a 50. Hey, keep it on your shelf. Anything below 50, you got to start looking at maybe using that for something else, maybe a mixer, or give that away to somebody you don't really like, but they think you like them. But anything under that, that's where that's going to be. Anything when we're getting into our 60s, our 70s, our 80s, and especially our 90s. Our 90s are going to be those unicorn tier bottles. Those are going to be the ones that you really put on a special occasion or when you're celebrating something. Those 60s are going to be great bottles. They're going to be bottles that you keep on your shelf and you want to share them with your friends, and you want to pull them out because they're really good. But those 70s, when we start getting up that's when we're going to start seeing unique notes. When we get into the 80s, those unique notes are then going to become something that's special. In those 90s, come on, man, let's get real. That's like the next level of that. Right. You're talking about your Willets, your really good Willets, your old Carters that are really developed in what they're doing. So that's where we're going to get at. So let's go ahead and do that through the magic vetting. We're going to go ahead and talk amongst ourselves. You guys go ahead and talk about the effects of the French Revolution on Europe's economy in the 1700s, and we'll get back and we'll do a report on that. All right, cool.
Just because
I know where I'm at with them.
Yep, I got my numbers.
This was pleasant.
This was a shock. This was what I needed to know if I wanted to keep with this brand or not. And it's like you watch the videos, you see everything going on, you wonder if are they as good as you think? It's all our questions with YouTubers is what they're gonna put out really to our standard or not, or whoever's standard is drinking. And this really was one of those things that, man, they killed it. In my books, this will always be on my shelf. There is no question about it.
I can only add to what you're saying without taking anything away from it, because I was nervous, and so I'm a Patreon supporter over at Bourbon Junkies, and because I like their content and because they're entertaining. Listen, Dan and Sean are unique.
Yeah.
They are.
They're unique, and so you kind of get blinded by their skills in front of a camera. As far as I've been doing this for a month now, and you guys have joined me now for a couple episodes, so I'm kind of new to this game, and it's difficult to be here and talk in front of a camera and try to be in the room with you at home. It's hard. And Dan and Sean do it so good. So you kind of think, hey, you know what, these guys are just doing, they're doing well because they're entertaining.
Yeah.
after tasting these, they're doing well with this because they're blending well. And that's the bottom line. Holy crap, man.
Yeah, this stuff's good.
These are 3 bangers, and I've never tried any of their stuff. And I, like I said, I support them on Patreon, and I have been for quite a while because I enjoy watching them. Guys, you're fun to watch. If you even see this episode, which you probably won't because we're so small. But the blending that's going on here is fantastic. So with all that ass kissing and all that nonsense going on, that dazzled by the excellence that's coming out of these bottles into these glasses, why don't we talk about what we got? Kevin, let's start with you. What's your first pull out?
So my first pull out is going to be glass number 3, first one we tried. I'm pulling that one back. That ranked last in my books.
Can I ask you what you gave it for a score? And let's kind of refresh here. 50 is baseline. You want to keep it in your bar. 60s when it's getting fun to share with people. 70s, hey man, that's pretty freaking unique. There's some interesting stuff going on in this bottle. It's going to be maybe polarizing, but it's going to be fun. 80s when you're going, I will not pass in this bottle at all. If I see it, I'm grabbing that. 90s when you're going unicorn tears. We're talking GTSW level type stuff here, okay? What do you give this one?
So I rated this one, I rated it at a 79. Put it on that I'm gonna hunt them. I'm not gonna not be afraid to buy one.
Yeah.
But I also didn't rate this in the top to where it might not always be on my shelf depending on what the finish may be.
And so in the finish for this one too, or the whole walkthrough, basically we got a little funkiness, we got the rye for sure, we got blackberry in it. Yeah. What else did we get, guys, that I'm missing? And
the rum, the aged rum funk, the blackberry, and the spice. It was very peppery.
Yeah, you could definitely feel that.
Yeah, that peppercorn definitely hit you.
Absolutely. And what was your third place?
My third place is.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
It's this one. It's number 1, and and it's not. I say. It's not because the whiskey was bad at all.
Yeah, of course.
But the only reason I make this...
Bangers.
Yes, bangers. I make this my third one because I give it an 80. I think it's still an absolutely great job. Great drink.
Third place at an 80.
Yeah. And the reason is because for me personally, this still falls in the mood pour. Yeah. I gotta want to drink this. I'm like, hey, I'm looking for cinnamon toast crunch. I'm looking for that cinnamon flavor. So I'm not gonna go to this bottle a lot.
Yep.
But it's delicious, 100% delicious. It's great. But it only ranks third because it wouldn't be I would go to it at any time. It's going to be a mood pour.
I completely understand that, and I see where you're at with that too. And maybe I'm just in the mood today because I'm agreeing with Kevin, and I'm pulling the first glass we tried, or Glen number 3, out first for me too, and that's in third place for me. And I'm again, I think I'm so strength-based with stuff, it might be obnoxious and annoying to people, but I get an 84. And so I kind of started through that a little bit. Wow. So if you didn't hear what I said it the first time, because the whiskeys hit me well, I gave this an 84. So I'm not passing in this bottle. I'm just not. No. I'm not letting this go just because it's such an enjoyable whiskey for me. I got all the things Kevin talked about with this, and Dave. I got the rye kind of hit me really hard, but I had that blackberry funk with it. It was an enjoyable sip. I would gladly pour this at my bar anytime for anybody who came over and wanted to see something. I wanted to show them an exceptional whiskey that was a lot of fun. But today, with these other 2 exceptional whiskeys, for me, it's 3. Dave, what was your number 2?
So number 2 is going to be number 2.
Okay.
I'm going to give it an 82 because it's a whiskey I could go to every day. I love the jammy notes in it. I love it.
I'm with you.
It's very bourbon-like. It drinks more bourbon-like. So
gosh, it's nice.
It doesn't have that punchy in the mouth thing that I got from one of the other ones, but it's a toss-up between these two. It's whatever I'm in the mood for. Do I want the rye, or do I want something a little more bourbon-like? I think they were both great.
It's fig heaven for me. I mean, it really is.
Dark
this is
fruit,
the most
dark sugar,
jammy, figgy, just dense.
Yep.
but I get the same things as you. I get that fun little, just enjoyable swallow of whiskey that's just, I think anybody, regardless, and I don't remember what the proof is, and we'll put the proofs up here for you guys to see.
Yeah.
I don't remember what this is, but it didn't drink proofy.
No, it didn't at all.
It drank
Nope.
enjoyable.
Had a
It was
great
approachable.
viscosity.
That was the great thing about number 2 is I think out of all of them, that's the most approachable to the everyday palate.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
the other ones have their quirks and their, uniqueness to them. That was the most,
Yep.
if you want to pour it for somebody and be on that normal general train of, that's the most palatable, most easy to come approachable and have it.
I can completely see that.
Yeah.
What was
It-
your
it's
number
great.
2?
So my number 2 was the same one. I still rated
Okay.
it high. I gave it an 85, and that was number 2. It was a great bottle. Like I said, most approachable bottle that we probably had here today for anybody across the board. This was a great blend. You definitely could tell the differences. I rate this 85. I would not turn down a...
Well, I'm going to let you say what my score was
Well,
and what my glass was.
I think me and Joe are on the same page today because he did it at an 85 too,
Yeah.
and that was his second.
Yeah, for all the same reasons.
Yep.
This is just pleasurable, and we all had it in second place for a reason.
Yep.
This is on board the most approachable whiskey we had in our glass today.
Yeah.
I think if you find somebody who doesn't like this, you just found somebody who doesn't like whiskey. That's what you found, and that's the bottom line with it, because we don't need to talk about anything else. You just don't like whiskey. I mean, it's got everything whiskey should have. It's not as polarizing. I think you put that in a good way. It's not as it's gonna push you into, hey, I love or hate this. Everything in it's enjoyable. I gave it an 85.
Yep.
So for first place for me, and it's easy to see, and I'm glad it's my bottle, I went with 1. I think it's my bottle anyways, and if I'm wrong again,
This video will
I'm
not
done.
come out. We
I'm
will not
done.
have it out.
this has got to be, for me, what I was expecting. I was so excited. The first bottle of Rio I got, the honey Amburana finish, I said, this is what it should be. Gingerbread, I got all the things Kevin was talking about when we first kind of got into this. With this is Christmas in a glass. That's what this is. This is what I was expecting. I gave this a score of 86. I was just slightly above the other glass, so I went 84, 85, 86, just because I think all of these are bangers. You're not going to want to pass these up if you get an opportunity to have one. But that was my number 1. Dave, what was your number 1?
My number 1 is going to be completely opposite of you guys. I'm
Yep.
taking number 3 because I love the funk in this. I love old rum. I like 12, 15-year-old Jamaican rums, and I think this thing, the blackberry, and then that pepper kick was just, I loved it. It's
How
just,
could you not?
Yeah, it was great. It was super good.
What was your score on it?
I gave that an 85.
85.
85, yep. I gave it an 85.
And I can definitely see why. Kevin, we know which glass you picked, but what was it? What and why?
Number 1 was 1 for me, and I gave it an 89. And so for me, I like keeping a little bit unique stuff on my shelf. I like having it to where people can come over and really try a vast variety of anything. So for me, I gave it an 89. That Amburana is a must hunt. If you haven't tried an Amburana from the Bourbon Junkies, it's worth every penny, because it's honestly, it's probably my 3rd or 4th bottle of different Amburanas. That's my number 1. So that will always be on my shelf.
Yep. You can't go wrong with any of them,
No.
period.
No,
Period.
really, they're all
They're
shelfers.
great.
I would be happy with any of these bottles on my shelf to give pours to friends.
Yep.
Let me find out the cat's doing the blending for you. That's all I want to say.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Guys, if we're wrong, we're done. I don't know what to say.
Toast.
So my lovely wife, Billy, did this card ahead of time for us. Left to right, Exodus Rye was 1.
Okay.
Exodus Rye.
Okay.
Number 2, Spirit Walker 5.
Yep.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yep. 'Cause that's sherry. That's a PX sherry finish.
Yep.
And number 3 is Spirit Walker 2. which would be, again, and I apologize, I'm saying these in the wrong order.
Yeah.
So I'm saying the glass number 3, so the glass all the way to our left is Exodus Rye.
Okay.
The one in the middle, number 2, is the Spirit Walker 5. And the last one is the Amburana Honey Finish, which is number 2, which is Spirit Walker. And I kind of threw the 1, 2, 3. I made that confusing when I shouldn't have, because it's exactly what we were thinking it was.
And what's surprising is both of those whiskeys in that blend on the Exodus are low rye.
Yeah.
They're barely rye. They're 51%.
Because that's the only one that actually shows what it is, right?
Yeah, it's the only one. 52 and 51. It's like, but the rye, it just comes out and just grabs you. It's great.
And it does. And the thing is, though, is like with the rye, so we've talked about this before with things. So in order to be a bourbon, your number 1 grain that's in your blend or your whiskey has to be corn, right? So 51% or higher to be a legal bourbon. That's one of the requirements. In order to be a legal rye, 51% or higher in rye. And so 51 and 52 is a barely legal rye. I mean, it's just barely, and it does. It kind of hits there, and you know what it is. Guys, I was so excited with this today to do this, and I'm glad that it met up to the expectations that I kind of put in my own head ahead of time, because every one of these are bangers. One day maybe we'll be able to get on the level that those guys are on.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But until then, at least, hey, we can enjoy the stuff that they're blending. So until next time on the Whiskey Tank, for Joe, Kevin, and Dave, thank you guys for joining us, and cheers.
Cheers.